Crafty.
Hello, it's Crafty Ria. I'm so glad you're joining me today. Today we will be making these really cute ribbon angels. It is made with some wired ribbon and just a few other little doodads, and it's made to hang on your tree or use on a package or anything like that that you would like. My BFF Valerie gave me a huge box of ribbon, and I thought this would be a perfect project to use some of these ribbons. The ribbon I used for this one is this purple ribbon. It's 2.5 inches wide, it's wired, and it has the beautiful gold edging. And then I also used a bag of these jingle bells. Well, I didn't use the bag, but I bought a bag of the jingle bells, and I used the jingle bell for her head. This bag of jingle bells I got from Amazon. It is a bag of 200, and I think they're about 5/8 of an inch. If I still have the link, I will go ahead and post it. But I used that, and I had a little piece of bling. And then when I ordered the jingle bells, I also ordered some of this silver and gold cord thread, I guess. I thought it would be great to use for this and for other projects as an ornament hanger, and it came in a pack of silver and gold, and I thought that would be great. I would use them on other projects as well. So let me go ahead and show you how I made this. You can use any ribbon that you like. Having a wired edge really does help. I'm going to go ahead and make another one using this beautiful gold ribbon. So what you need is the ribbon, something for the head, like the jingle bell, or I have these wooden doll heads I got in Happy Mail. That would make a great head, a bead, a pom-pom, anything, round and about 1/2 inch or so in diameter, maybe a little bigger than 1/2 inch. Anything like that would be great to use for the head. And you can use a hot glue gun to assemble it, but I'm going to show you a way to do it without a hot glue gun. And you also need a stapler. You can use a mini stapler. I just happen to have this big traditional stapler. So let's go ahead and get started. This ribbon here is 2.5 inches wide. I find that that is a really good width. I wouldn't want anything much wider unless you want to make a really big angel, and maybe 2 inches would be the minimum, I would say, minimum width. So I'm going to unwrap some of it. There's quite a bit on this roll. I'm going to leave it on the roll because I don't know exactly the length that I need, and I don't really want to waste any. I'm going to start by taking my really good sharp scissors, and I'm going to just trim the edge so I have a clean edge that's sort of straight. And it's very important that the ribbon is wired. There's wires. And if there's a right or a wrong side, you want to use your right side up. And then I'm going to fold over a piece here that's just about 1 inch wide. And I'm going to check it on my table here to see, and that is right at 1 inch, so that is good. And then that is my fold number 1, and then I'm just going to accordion fold it. And I want to fold it so I have 7 accordion folds. I want to try to keep it as straight as I can and as even as I can. It doesn't have to be super perfect, but pretty close. One, two, 3, 4, 5. I need 2 more. 6, and 7. So when you have 7 folds, 7 folds on that side, then you are going to just trim that edge off so it's even. And then set that aside. And you want both of your cut pieces to be on the same side. That's going to be the back of the angel. And then line it up as best as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. But you want one side, that's going to be the bottom of her dress. You want that to be as good as you can get it. Pretty darn close to perfect. And then you'll take the other side and take your stapler and just give it a staple as close to this edge as you can. Maybe 1/8 of an inch or so away. You do want to leave a little bit of room. And if your ribbon is super thick and the staple doesn't go through very good, you could turn it over and put a staple in going in the other direction if you desire. And then just to get rid of some of this bulk here, I'm going to trim that wired part of the ribbon off right above the staple. So the staple's holding it together at the top, and we will be covering that up. So this makes the skirt for the angel. I'm going to kind of leave it folded together, and then this wired piece I don't need, so I'm going to throw that away. Yes, believe it or not, I'm going to throw it away. And then I'm going to get the ribbon again, and I'm going to do the same thing again. But this time I'm going to make 5 folds. And I want to make them about the same width as I made those. So it doesn't matter what your measurement is, just so long as you have 5. Or I mean, so long as it's the same width. And this time I'm going to make 5 mountains on the mountain fold. Four and 5. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then I'm going to do the same thing. Make sure both cut ends are on the same side and trim that off. So this time I have 5 mountain folds and then my 2 edge pieces that are facing the same way, and that will again be the back of the angel. So this one I want to try to line up as good as I can on both sides, nice and even. And then I'm going to just take it and fold it in half and kind of crease it right there. And then you can see where the crease is, kind of where the middle is. The only reason I'm folding it in half and creasing it is just to see where the middle is. If your ribbon has a design and you can tell exactly where the middle is, that is fine. You want this center piece here, and then you're going to take your stapler and put a staple right into that piece. So you want to line up wherever your staple's going to punch. Make sure you have it in there nice and straight and give it a staple. And again, if you needed to, you can staple it the other direction, but this staple went through really well. And this is going to be your wings. So that will be your wings, and it will set right on top of the skirt. So if you have a hot glue gun and you want to use your hot glue, you would put some hot glue on here and set this down. You want to make sure your raw edges on both pieces are facing the right direction so you have a front and a back, and you would hot glue that on there. But I promised you we wouldn't have to use hot glue. I have these glue dots. They are balloon dots, but you can get craft glue dots too. And I'm going to take 3 of them and cut them off of this roll. I'm going to cut them separate all 3. And then I'm going to put one on the bottom part of that staple and just push it down. I'm going to put one on the other end of that staple and push down. And then I'm going to take one and put it halfway over that and kind of fold it over so it covers this whole top piece. So I'm putting it kind of where I would be putting hot glue. I'm going to trim my raw edge on this one a little bit because it's sticking out. And again on this one. Okay, so I have these. I want to make sure my raw edges all are facing the same direction. Take my adhesive backing off. And then I'm going to attach that right on there. And I'm going to push really hard just to make sure they go in there real well. And then I'm going to open up my wings a little bit. So there we have the angel taking shape. So pretty. I'm going to take one of my bells. I'll use a gold one for this one. You can use any color you like. You can use a bead or anything like that. I want the little hole, the hanger, to be up at the top. And then I think these 2 little holes look like eyes to me. So then I'm going to take this other glue dot backing off. Or if you have hot glue, you can put hot glue right there. And then I'm just going to center that right on there and just press it on really good. And then shape the wings a little bit. And then you have her head. Then to hang her on the tree, she'll need a piece of this. You can use small ribbon, thin ribbon. If you don't have cord like this. So to thread it, I take my cord and I fold it in half. And I make that a point. Because I tried using just the regular edge, and if you don't get it right the first time, it shreds. So then I'm going to just take that little loop and put it inside, feed it through the top of the bell. And then I'm just going to take the 2 ends. I made this one really long and just tie a knot. You could tie a double knot if you want. You can make your loop as big or as small as you want. And then just trim off your excess. And there you have your hanger. And once your hanger is on, you can really give your angel some shape. That's what's great about the wired ribbon. You can make the wings and the skirt take shape. And then you can put a piece of bling on it. And again, if you have hot glue, you would put just a little dab of hot glue right there, like on her chest. Let's see, I have some bling. I have this gold bling. I think that might look nice. If the bling is self-adhesive, that is great. You can use a glue dot or glue, hot glue, whatever you have. These are not self-adhesive. So I'm just going to trim one of these off. And put one of these glue dots on the back. And that just kind of covers up any of your little raw edges, especially if you used hot glue, you might have a little leakage there. So there you go. We have that angel. I have one more that I started to make and I will assemble with you. I have this beautiful ribbon, and again, this my BFF Valerie gave me. I went ahead and did the first fold that has 7, and I stapled it. And this one I had to use 2 staples because this ribbon is pretty thick. So then I'm going to take the other piece. You might be able to see it better since this definitely has a right and a wrong side. And I want to fold it and do 5. Oh, let me cut this more straight. This ribbon's easier to cut straight because it has a guide for you. And then I turn it so the right side is up, and then I just I'm making 5 pleats. 5 mountain folds. And then I will cut it off even with the end. So we have this piece with 5 mountain folds. And this one, same thing, but had 7. So there I think you can see that a lot better with this ribbon. It's a little harder to work with, but you can see it really good. And then I'm going to line these up. I made them a little crooked, but that's okay. The ribbon is generally very forgiving, and you can straighten it out. So I have those lined up, and then I'm going to fold it in half, give it a pinch, kind of find out where my middle is. It doesn't really leave much of a crease on this ribbon, but I can tell that it's right there. And then I will take my stapler and line it up right in the middle and staple. And then here you have your wings. And of course you want to keep the raw edges facing the same direction on both of those. And then again, I will take 3 of these little glue dots. I will put one there. And there. And then one I'm going to fold over kind of this raw edge. Now, if your raw edge is really big, you can put 2 glue dots there if you feel it needs another one. I will take the protective backing off of this, and I'm trying to keep the, you can't really see it on the video, but the open part of the staple face down on here. That way there aren't any sharp edges poking out. They're all contained in the very middle. And then that's the back. This is the front. You can kind of shape it a little bit. That looks so pretty. And then take a jingle bell. I'll use a silver one this time, and then stick her head right in the center. And then I will use some of the silver cord. So here we have the 3 angels. Oh, I have to put something on her chest just to cover up the hole there. I have this little red heart bling. And there it is on her. If you have bigger hearts, that would be great. Then you can adjust your wings. So there you go. Here are 3 angels made out of wired ribbon. I hope you enjoyed this project. I really enjoyed bringing it to you. If you make some of these angels, I would love it if you would head over to my Facebook group, Create with Crafty Rhea, and share your creations. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please click on that subscribe button and then click on the bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Also, if you hit the thumbs up button, YouTube will know that you like this video, and YouTube will show you more videos that you would like. Please leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. Let me know which one is your favorite. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you. And until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.